Do you know who I watched the Super Bowl behind?
I do not.
Okay, so I go to the Super Bowl.
You watched.
I was going to say.
I was directly behind him.
I know, but you guys were together.
I was directly behind him. It was in the commissioner's suite at this year's Super Bowl in the lovely new digs that the Atlanta Falcons have. And because we're both Honda people, I won't say the name of the stadium. So we're in there.
Yeah.
And it's assigned seating.
Yeah.
So there's 2 rows of comfy, chairs.
Yeah.
And then there's the 3rd row of bar seating chairs. So everyone can see. I'm in the bar seat chair in the back. And I look, who's directly in front of me?
Hamilton.
No. Who would be the guy I would want to watch the game with?
Urban?
Urban Meyer.
Oh, man, awesome. That is so cool. You must have loved that. What did he say to you?
Well,
I mean, he has to know you're a diehard Michigan man.
Dude, I sat on the draft, since you're unfamiliar, he was on the NFL Network draft coverage in Chicago the second night of the draft, the night that Ohio State set the record for most players drafted from a single school over the first 3 rounds of any draft ever. I broadcast on live TV. Yeah. I was eating copious amounts of figurative poop sandwiches on that show.
Yes, you were.
And my professionalism, unwavering.
But you were disappointed.
Deep down, furious. Oh, good. But I don't show those things. In the same way you get behind the wheel of a car, you handle everything, right? You're cool as a cucumber. Yeah. You have to have that steady hand.
Yeah.
That's the way otherwise you things can get shaky. So I saw him there. And first thing I went up to Commissioner Roger Goodell. I went up to the commissioner. I'm like, look, I know you're a busy man. You're not in charge of the seating chart. But did I do something wrong? Like, did I piss you off? What the hell did I do?
Yeah, how do I end up next to this guy?
His response was to laugh and just basically sit down and watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
And so here comes Urban Meyer. He says hi to me. I say hi to him. And he's a chatty Cathy. He just wanted to talk ball the whole time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's into the game, asking me some thoughts at some point. One point, though, I've never said this on the air, Chris, but I'll say it here.
Okay.
He turns around. He goes, your program. And he just lets it trail off like that.
That's awesome. Just a nice little shot.
I'm like, I know.
So you know what's awkward? And I know we're really here. I know we're really here to talk about the race. But you know what's awkward today?
What?
Today, Ohio State gets their gold pants. And there are 2 coaches in that room.
Yes.
That were beaten last year. Madison and Washington.
Right.
Who are going to be there
staff
watching all these people get there.
Now, what do you mean
because they don't get their gold pants?
They get gold pants. They get like pants that are actually gold.
No, you know the gold pants, the necklace, the little
they
jewel,
don't actually.
gold
it's
pants.
not like 34 by 30 pants that they get that they have to get tailored.
Honestly, after how many times they've won over the last 20 years, they should. I mean, the size needs to get a little bit bigger than this tiny little thing that it's historically been.
Why pants?
Gotcha.
Don't know. You should know that over me. You're the football guy.
I don't care, Graham. I think these things are all trinkets. They are all just insignificant pieces of gold.
Yeah. Things you trade for tattoos and stuff like that.
Yes, a little cell phone.
There you go. That was that
cell phone.
That was that. Yeah.
But it was funny with Urban. He was great.
He's a good guy.
Well, I mean, there's some who would beg to just raise their hand and talk about some things
because,
he couldn't have been more gracious. There were some kids that were in there. He said hello to all of them. I don't know if you saw the video of the trainer from Clemson who got tickets to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
He was there and he wanted to give Urban a hug. Urban gave him a hug. He was cool. Like America's sweetheart walking around there.
Yeah.
He's retired. He's going to Fox. He was done. But all he wanted to do is just talk ball. And he said that Haskins, he's like, that kid can throw.
He's good.
Now, I know that I'm not telling tales out of school,
Yeah.
but like it struck me as like that's the best thrower he's ever had.
Well, when Haskins was a freshman, Tim May from the Columbus Dispatch, I've known Tim forever. Tim said to me, like, this kid's the best quarterback Ohio State's ever had. And I was like, but he's not even starting. He goes, you just wait.
Right.
Just wait. He's gonna have to take his time. He's gonna have to earn his stripes. But This kid can throw a football.
Did you hear who? I'm sure you didn't because you were too busy being you and doing your stuff and traveling around the country. Trent Dilfer was on our show. He repeated what he said to Sports Illustrated, who Haskins reminds him of or has the attributes of. He called him Tom Brady-ish. That's what he said. Because of the way that he throws, the way that he can move around, and the different types of throws that he can make. He just said it looks like Brady.
Well, he's good.
That's what he said.
I don't really want to talk about Brady that much.
Why is that?
I will tell you this: that this year,
why don't you talk about Tom Brady?
I actually rooted for Tom Brady in the Super Bowl this year. Mm-hmm. And why did I do that? I did that because, like you just talked about, Urban Meyer and the way everybody wants to continuously like knock greatness. Mm-hmm. I finally decided like Tom Brady is great. Bill Belichick.
It only took 6 Super Bowls, Graham.
No, but I didn't want to I just didn't want to. I don't know. I was one of those guys. Like I'm like, no, he's a Michigan guy. I can't do this.
I know that.
But then eventually you got to be like, no, you have to reward and like accept and just really appreciate just greatness.
It's just right.
I mean,
you just got to look at. You take a look at Brady, and then you just add Tupa to Tom Zach to Herb Street to Graham. Wait a minute, I'm not done. Then you add on some Barrett. You add on some Smith.
Where's he going?
You add on some Schleister. I'm just trying to name all the Ohio State quarterbacks. You just add one on top of the other after the other after the other after the other, and we're still waiting around. We're still waiting around for somebody to even approach Brady's. Just approach Brady's
Haskins
aura,
is your boy.
his corona. Maybe just approach the corona. By the way, great name. Great name of an album. I think that was an album.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett album.
Like Jimmy Buffett.
So all right. In all seriousness, though, I appreciate you coming around on Tom.
Yeah.
On behalf of all the
no, we can move on. Next topic.
All right, just finish up. You've got
the gold pants thing. So it started back in 1934.
34.
Francis Schmidt took over for Ohio State. Prior to that point, Michigan has dominated the series. Ohio State had just 6 wins.
Told you it's all cyclical.
And two ties in 30 games from 1897 to 1933. Francis Schmidt took over after a run at TCU. And they asked him about how's he going to beat Michigan. And he came up with the famous quote.
Beat the pants off him?
They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like the rest of us.
That's the first guy to drop that cliche?
Yeah, he is generally credited.
He's credited with coming up with that cliche?
Popularizing the now common phrase.
Ohio State, baby.
and then they won the game in 1934, and they gave out gold pins in the shape of pants to everyone.
How about that?
And there it begins.
Who's the coach you first came up with? I don't have a crystal ball. Who's the first coach you came up with? It is what it is.
I don't know.
The first coach to come up with, I'm only talking about the guys who are here.
They beat Michigan 38-0 that year.
I'm telling you, the first coach to ever come up with the phrase, they put their pants on one leg at a time, just like us.
Yeah.
Little did you know, Michigan guys back then put their pants on 2 legs at a time.
They just jump in the pants.
No, they just jumped in the pants. Hopped right in the pants.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.